Relief was the popular sentiment among stakeholders. As high school level track and field meets, 5 of them were held across the island for juniors on Saturday. Jordan Fort has a roundup of 3 of those meets.
5 meets took place for juniors at separate venues across the island as track and field competition returned to the island for the first time since the start of the year. Over at St. Elizabeth Technical High School, defending girls champs winners Edwin Allen High dominated proceedings. Though winning the sprint double at the meet, their star sprinter Tina Clayton was just happy to be competing again.
Staff athletes were disappointed that the track and field take a break, and this is most people's joy, so I know most of the athletes was disappointed, but I'm glad that track and field start back and we can come out here and execute and do our best.
Clayton clocked 12.42 seconds to take the 100 and 24.61 seconds to take the Class 2 200 meters. Her coach, Michael Dyke, says the new environment will take some getting used to for his athletes.
It's a difficult period to compete because there's no crowd, the sort of atmosphere that they're accustomed to is not there. But it's a new normal and we have to make the adjustment and compete to the best of their ability.
STET's principal and ISA president Keith Wellington was encouraged by what he saw at the meet.
The reports we have had so far, things have gone well across the 6 different venues. As would be expected, the numbers have been relatively low. We have to bear in mind that we did not get approval until Tuesday of this week, so most persons up to Tuesday, Wednesday, most persons would not have been aware that we'd have a track meet this week, and to see that persons have been able to come out and give credible performances, we're really happy, and it gives us a real sense of purpose going forward.
That meet featured track events from 100 to 1500 meters for boys and girls, excluding hurdles, as well as jumps and throws. J3A's president Garth Gale was also happy with what he saw at the venues he visited when TVJ Sports caught up with him at the meet held at Calabar.
The venues properly prepared, officials are in place, the COVID marshals for teams are in place.
Sprints, hurdles and middle distance races were the events on offer at Calabar. Petersfield head coach Marshall Woolery admitted that it would be tough to monitor his athletes who are spread across the island, but conceded it was a necessary evil.
Splitting meets is difficult, but it's what's best for the championship to go on or for the commission to go on. I support it wholeheartedly, although I can't be in more than one place. Currently I have athletes competing at States. I have my hurdles running at sprint hurdle girls running at Calabar, and my boys running the 4 hurdles at JC. But it's what it is. It is that we miss a little bit, that we don't have anything.
Over at Excelsior High, it was jumps and throws which were contested.
We did compete since December or so. So if you feel good for finally get up out there better and compete,
Well, I feel very happy. More competition coming up and stuff. I think it's very good to have competition coming up as well, because I get to see where I'm at and the level I'm at, so that's good.
Excelsior High throws coach Michael Vassell says the meet had to be split to allow girls to compete before boys to ensure they complied with numbers restrictions.
What it does, it has created a totally different type of competition. It means that people are now getting a lot more internal. They have to do things on their own. They don't have the backing of their teammates. So it's more lonely, but it's just good to happen, and people are learning to deal with this new norm.
Jordan Fort, TVJ Sports.